Hey, my people, what's up? My name is Dalton. This is my YouTube channel, Dalton My World, and I'm gonna briefly, if I can, go over last night's first presidential debate between Trump and Biden. Okay, now a lot of y'all click off my videos way like within a minute and a half, so let me get to something that shocked even some of my Republican friends this morning. Okay, if you did not see the debate, okay, uh, last night at the very end of the debate, it was a simple question. The moderator asked Biden about racism and does he denounce it? Of course, Biden says yes. And he explained why he made statements that Trump was a racist. And then it was Trump's turn. So the moderator asked Trump, does he denounce white superiority and racism, like KKK, Proud Boys? That's a racial group. You get the idea. Neo Nazis, you get the idea. Trump refused to denounce the white superiority. Now, taking the fifth in America doesn't always mean you're guilty. It means that you're just not saying anything. Okay? But then he goes on. The moderator asked him, okay, do you denounce these right wing extremists and white superiority groups and these racist white right wing groups and the violence that they're causing in the protests? Trump made a statement that will forever, while he's president, damage America. This is what he said. There's a racial group called Proud Boys. There's a lot of KKK members, neo Nazis, right wing racists that's in it, white racists. Trump made a statement. He stated, Proud Boys, that's the name of the racial white extremist, supremacist, racist group. He told them to stand back and stand proud and stand by. The President of the United States gave commanding orders to a well-known white racist group and told them to stand by if he does not win or if he thinks he may be losing the presidential election. So I guess he's going to give them orders if he thinks he's losing, especially the mail-in ballots, the presidential election, to what, put a monetary cocktail in the mailboxes, in these postal boxes, these blue postal boxes, catch the letters on fire so those votes won't be counted. He literally, in front of all Americans, made a stance that he is a racist. He is for and part of white supremacist racist group. White supremacist racist group, just as even if you're a leftist supremacist, and I believe in like Martin Luther King, he said, in any type of superiority is wrong. It's bad. It's wrong. Whether it's the left or the right. Black, white, Asian, Latin, La Raza, whatever. Okay. It's wrong. And I believe that. And I agree with the words of Martin Luther King. But the president gave commanding orders. And you got to understand, these white racist groups, they don't take orders from people that are not members. Okay? They're kind of like some gangs. If you're not part of the gang, then you ain't shit. Oop, excuse my language. You ain't nothing. So, he gave orders. He made as if he was giving orders to the United States military in front of all America, in front of every country in the world. And he refused to denounce white racism, white extremists in America. He made a stand. And I don't think he understands to the extent of what he's done to us in America, to the police force. Everything is going to be looked at second. And it makes sense now because all these little cookie crumbs he's been laying around and putting down, these little breadcrumbs, leads now to the truth that President Trump is a racist. He's part of a white racist group. He supports extreme right-wing philosophy, and he is not for all of America. Now I'm just wondering how the guy that was in that brother that was in the Republican National Conference making a speech, and one talking about he's friends with Trump, Kanye West, anybody. Now I know for a fact that all Republicans are not racist, but we're not talking about all Republicans. We're talking about Trump. So if you did not hear about that, and to make it worse, the Proud Boys is now using what Trump said, quote unquote, Proud Boys stand back and stand by. It's part of their new slogan. And part of their recruitment. Now, I put the article about the Proud Boys and how they're using their leaders' new statement as part of the slogan and how proud they are of Trump. And they're marching left and right now. I'll put that article in my description box, a link to it in the description box below. So at this point, whether President Trump gets elected or not, there's nothing he could say while he's the president. If he gets elected for the next 4 years, they have very much power with me. Now, sure, if he gives out stimulus checks, you know I'm going to tell you all that. Do executive order or something like that, but that doesn't mean I respect him at all, because I don't. Not after that. His wife wouldn't even hug him after that debate. Now, there's some other things I took out of the debate. So, if you're seeing all these news articles popping up, that's why. And it happened at the very end of the debate. And the debate was an hour and a half long. And it was like, kind of like I was talking to my friend Stephanie, it was like a big argument. And Trump started it. Trump kept edging on. Trump went way over the line. Constantly got personal. Brought up drug use, someone's drug use on their family. And Biden took the high road. And if anyone won that debate last night, and I'm telling you, it was, in the words of L.A. Late, one of the YouTubers, it was a hot mess. I had to work out to calm down. You almost couldn't understand sometimes, because Trump was just always over talking. He overtalked the mediator. He overtalked everybody. He was just rambling on a lot of times about stuff, especially that you could even fact check. You didn't even have to fact check to know he was wrong. The only good parts Trump had, and it's good that he hit those on Biden, so if there is another presidential debate, that Biden will be able to go ahead and strengthen those parts for, knowing that Trump's going to try to attack him for the next presidential debate. But if anyone won that debate, that huge 1 hour, 30-minute argument, it was Biden. For being able to try to keep his cool. I mean, Biden lost his cool a couple of times. He told the president, you know what, shut up, which I gotta tell you people, this was the most unpresidential, unprofessional debate I have ever seen in my life. And I'm 55 years old. Okay? And it was horrible. But the culprit, the person that really kept doing it, that made it that way, that disrespected everybody, was Trump, hands down. He went overboard. He got personal. I mean, there were certain things he brought up that I'm glad he did, that Biden really had no defense on, because Biden, he probably did. And one of them is about Biden's son, not the one that passed away. Okay? But it's about Biden's son, where apparently he got $3 million or $3 billion from some little shady deal. And yeah, that should be looked into, and he probably did. Okay. Dirty deeds are done they're cheap in politics. So I was kind of proud of Trump bringing that up. And there was a couple of good spots that Trump did bring up, but overall, Trump lost that debate by acting like the most ignorant, unprofessional president that we have ever had in the United States. But through that, most of it, before it got way out of hand, I did write down some notes about the debate, so okay? Now, I think Trump would have done better, but Trump act like it was a WWE wrestling match through the whole type of thing, and showed no respect to anyone. All right. He even tried to give Biden orders, and trying to tell Biden, don't ever say smart to me. Who the hell are you? I'm saying smart to you, would it? Now, the president did give a weak excuse for picking the Supreme Court replacement. He gave a horribly weak excuse for that. for doing something that no other president has done. It's trying to nominate and pick a Supreme Court replacement before the elections. Okay. The words that came out of some of the words that came out of Trump's mouth have never came out of any president of the United States' mouth ever. And they were disrespectful, rude, and ignorant. And any type of time Trump tried to accuse Biden of something, Biden kept his original stance, and Trump. I think Biden scared Trump because Biden didn't buckle. Hillary buckled. Biden did not buckle. And that threw Trump off. And Biden made a statement to Trump that I really like. He told Trump, "You picked the wrong guy on the wrong night." And he did. Trump acted like he was a little kid. He kept doing personal attacks. Trump had no plan for jobs in the future. Biden, even some people wasn't crazy about it, did have a laid out plan for jobs and job growth in the future if he's elected president. He had a laid out plan. He knew exactly what he wants to do and how it was going to give more and more jobs to people at higher rates. Okay? The president did not. I listened closely for that. Okay? President tried to say that Biden wanted to defund the police. Biden made it clear that he does not want to defund the police. This is Biden's quote. "I do not want to defund the police, but I want police who do wrong to be accountable." Make that clear. He does not want to defund the police, but he does want to make police officers who do wrong to be accountable. Now, Biden has a vision for the future, and he has plans and laid out, and he told us about that. Trump did not. Then they brought up Trump's taxes, and Trump and Biden let Trump hang himself because Trump bragged in the end that the way he got away from not paying any taxes and only paying $750 in taxes in 2019 is because he used and manipulated a tax law that apparently Obama and Biden created. So he admitted it. Yeah. And Trump owes over $300 to $400 million to other countries that's not the U.S. So his money is going in other countries, and other countries have a certain control over Trump. Because his funds are being audited, we can't see if Russia is one of those countries. That's as much as, if you go and watch it, you're going to have to take breaks, man. Because it was crazy, chaotic, the most unprofessional, unpresidential debate I have ever seen in my life in America. And so if you go and watch it, be prepared and take breaks because it's really disturbing. And a lot of it's Trump's fault. a lot of it is Trump's fault. You'll see. He even overtalks the moderator. He had to tell the moderator. I can't tell you how many times he had to tell him, "Please, Mr. President, stop, please." It was so bad that they're talking about the next presidential debate. They may end up killing people's microphones once they went over the 2 minute mark of answering a question. They literally gonna have to do that because of Trump. All right, y'all. I ask you to subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I ask you for your comments as long as they're respectful. And I ask you to share this. Okay? And I will rap to you later. Also, I want to tell all my subscribers that I had a couple days off, so I have a video for you, at least one video each week for the month of October for you all, pre-scheduled. That's why I'm looking so tired. And I should rap to y'all later. Peace.